In this video, we will start a new chapter, that is the depreciation. And in this video, we will discuss about the meaning of depreciation, its features, other similar terms which are related or similar to depreciation, and the causes of depreciation. First of all, meaning of depreciation, this one. Depreciation refers to decline in the value of fixed tangible assets continuously and permanently. Again, I am saying that you can listen it again. It is the decline in value of tangible and fixed assets. Tangible fixed assets. It is the depreciation meaning decline in value of tangible fixed assets continuously and permanently. This is known as depreciation. When the value of land, building, anything exception, land is the exception, but there is machine is there, furniture is there, plant and machinery is there. There are so many things are there whose value continuously decreases and it decreases permanently, and these are also tangible assets. So when there is a decline in the value of tangible fixed assets continuously and permanently, then it is known as depreciation. If there is fluctuation in the prices of something else, then it will not be called a depreciation. For example, if you purchase some shares or debentures and the market value of the shares or debenture goes on fluctuating day by day or within the day also, every hour it may be fluctuating, then it will not be termed as depreciation. It refers to only decline in the value of fixed tangible assets, that is also permanently and continuously. One more example of a tangible asset is there. You can say that gold or you can say other precious gems are there, and the price of those things generally fluctuates with the passage of time also, or every day it may be fluctuating. Gold and silver, all these metals, the prices of this metal fluctuate. It may increase or decrease. So this will be not called a depreciation because this decrease or increase in the price of the gold is not permanent. Although it is a tangible asset, gold and silver, these are tangible assets, but the prices fluctuate. Means there is no permanent decline, and if there is no permanent increase in the prices also, so it will not be considered as depreciation, but it will be termed simply as fluctuation in the prices of the tangible assets. So depreciation will be considered only when there is a decline in the value of fixed tangible asset, that also permanently and continuously. This is depreciation. Now let us come to the features of depreciation. What are the features of depreciation? The very first you can say it is a non-cash expense. It is a non-cash expense. As we know, depreciation, that is a loss for the company. That is a loss for the company. The price of the goods means that the tangible asset decreases, and it is a loss, or you can say it is an expense for the company. But it is also it is a non-cash. It is a non-cash expense. If there is decline in the value of plant and machine, land or building, furniture, all these things, then there will be no outflow of cash will be there. Means there is no cash will not be involved. Although there is decline in the value, but there will be no outflow of cash. That is why it is known as non-cash expense, because it is considered that depreciation, that is a loss for the company, or you can say simply it is an expense for the company also, or a business also, or any other organization. Depreciation is an expense or loss, and this is a non-cash because if there is decline in the value of your land or building or property or any other thing, then there will be no outflow of cash will be there, or inflow of cash will be there. So that is why it is known as it is a non-cash expense. Moreover, as regard depreciation, it is continuous process. It is continuous. It is continuous. Means that depreciation is a continuous process. There is continuous decrease, means day by day, every year, every month, every day, every week, there is a decrease in the price. You can say the value of the assets in fixed assets will be there, then only it will be termed as depreciation. So there is a continuous. Already in the definition also we have written that it is a continuous process. So it is a continuous process. Also in the feature you can write it is a permanent feature. It is permanent, means the decline in the value will be permanent. There will be no, you can say it cannot increase at a later date also. Means what the price of the, you can say your assets are declined or decreased, then it will remain at the same value for, you can say the for the later period also, or it will decline further also, but there will be no increase in the value will be there. So it is permanent also. It is continuous also. Moreover, the features of depreciation, it is a non-cash expense, it is a non-cash expense, it is a continuous process, and moreover, there is a, you can say, it is decrease, it is decrease in book value. Book value only. This decrease is only with regard to the book value. Book value refer to the value which is, you can say, recorded in the books of account. Means whatever had been recorded in the books of account. Because this depreciation, this is an estimated amount. This is not the actual amount. We can only assume the amount of depreciation or percentage of depreciation, but that is not the actual. Because we will not get to know the actual figure of depreciation unless and until the goods or the, you can say, the asset is being sold in the market. Means when the asset is actually sold in the market, we will come to know the true figure of depreciation. So this is actually a decline in the book value. For example, you can say, let us assume that you have purchased a mobile, phone of rupees 10,000 say. You have purchased a mobile phone of rupees 10,000 and you are assuming that the mobile phone will, you can say, last for 3 years, and after 3 years there will be, you can sell the mobile for 1,000. After 3 years you can sell the mobile for 1,000. So in 3 years the decline in the, you can say, the value of your mobile phone will be 9,000. You have purchased the assets for, this is a fixed asset because you have purchased, and fixed asset is the asset which is used for more than 1 year. So this mobile phone you have purchased and you will be using it, assuming that you will be using it for, you can say, for 3 years. And after 3 years you are also assuming that its value, it will be resold or it can be resold for rupees 1,000. So there will be total loss of 9,000. This loss will be considered as depreciation. This loss will be considered as depreciation. So since this 9,000 will be, you can say, considered as a loss, so every year 3,000 will be considered as loss. Every year 3,000 will be considered as loss for you, because this is a loss. Every year 3,000 plus 3,000 plus 3,000. Every year 3,000 will be written off as loss for the company. But as you know, it is not really that every year there will be decline of 3,000. Every year it is not necessary. It is possible that suppose after the end of 1 year, you are assuming that after 1 year the value will be decreased by 3,000. So after 1 year the value will decrease by 3,000. But it is not necessary that if you go in the market, if you want to sell this mobile in the market, you will get 7,000. It is possible that you may get even 8,000 also, or you may give it even 5 or 6,000 also you may get. It is not possible. Once you sell the assets in the market, you will get to know the true figure of depreciation. So this 3,000 is only an estimated figure, and this will be recorded in the books, that it will be recorded in accounts. And this is why it is known, it is called as, it is a decrease in the book value only. We will decrease the amount of depreciation, or you can say record the loss as only it is a book value. It is not the true value. Actually, truly how much amount of depreciation has taken place, it can only be calculated once the assets is disposed of. When the asset is sold off in the market, then only we will get to know the true figure. Because here we have assumed that every year there will be decrease of 3,000 in the value of our mobile, and after 1 year it can be sold off for 7,000. But if you want to sell the mobile after 1 year, it is possible that you may get 9,000, you may get even 8,000, you may get 6,000, 5,000, any other amount you may get. It is not necessary that the mobile will be sold off for 7,000 only. It is not so. So this is 3000 is only an estimated figure. So this is recorded in the books of account. That is why it is considered as decrease in the book value of book value only, because the true value of depreciation is not calculated. This is only an estimated figure and it is recorded. This decrease is recorded in the book. That is why it is known as decrease. It is a decrease in the book value of the asset only. Now come to other similar terms which are related with depreciation. What are the other similar terms which are related with depreciation? These are depletion and amortization. Depletion and amortization. This depletion is with regard to extraction of natural resources. This depletion is with regard to extraction of natural resources. For example, in case of, you can say, coal mines or oil wells, or you can say natural gas wells, some extraction is done. Means coal will be extracted from the coal mines. Means by the amount, when the extraction is done in a coal mine, if a person has taken the coal mines on lease and he has to extract the coal from that particular mines. Once he has started extraction, the amount of the coal which has been taken out from the coal mines, the value of the coal mine will decrease by the amount of the coal which has been taken out by the company. For example, let us say this is 100 tons of coal is there, suppose, assuming that there is 100 tons of coal and this is the coal mine. And value of this coal is, say, 10 lakh. Value of this coal is 10 lakh. And 10 tons coal is there. Suppose you have withdrawn, you have extracted 50 tons of coal. 50 tons of coal you have extracted. Now, if you want to sell the mine to some other person, then the value of mine will decrease, because for 100 tons the value was 10 lakh. Now, if you have taken out 50 tons, so how many tons will be remaining here? Only 50 tons will be left here. So, similarly, the value of the mines will also go by the same amount, that is, it will decrease by 50%, that is, the mines will be sold off, the value of mine will come to 5 lakh also. So, this is known as depletion, because when you extract the natural resources, the value of the mines from where you have extracted the resources, that value of mine will decrease. This is again known as depletion, but in accounts, although it will be known as depletion, but it will be recorded as depreciation. When we pass the journal entry, it will be recorded as depreciation only. It will be recorded as depreciation also. This is the term is actual, truly the term will be depletion. Similarly, there is amortization. Amortization, this is with regard to intangible assets. This amortization is with regard to intangible assets such as goodwill, trademark, copyright. These are the various, you can say, rights which are, you can say, availed. And once you have purchased some rights, the rights are generally for a limited period of time or for a particular, you can say, amount of goods which you can produce. Similarly, if there is this amortization, if you have taken a patent, and the patent has been granted for, say, 5 years. The patent, you have taken a patent and the patent has been granted for 5 years, and you have paid rupees, say, 50 lakh for the patent. Now, say after 3 years, what will happen? After 3 years, you will have only 2 years left. You will have only 2 years left to use the patent which you have acquired. So the value of patent will also go down, and after 5 years, there will be no value of the patent will be there, because the right to use the patent has expired. There will be no asset. But because once you have taken the patent for rupees 50 lakh, this will be considered as asset for the company. Because this is the patent you have taken and you have paid rupees 50 lakh, and for this the value of the patent will be 50 lakh. But after 5 years, what will happen? You will not have the right to use the patent, so there will be no value of this. There will be no value of the patent will be this, means there will be no value. This 50 lakh will be written off within 5 years. Means after every year the value of the patent will go on declining. This writing off writing off or cancelling the, you can say, the intangible assets is known as amortization. The writing off of this patent within 5 years, because the right is only for 5 years. So within 5 years you have to cancel this 50 lakh. This 50 lakh you have to cancel, write off, that is the write off within 5 years, and after 5 years this asset will be no more. This patent will be no more with you because the patent was granted only for 5 years. So after 5 years this asset will vanish. This asset will be no more with you. So writing off, or you can say cancelling the amount of patent or the intangible asset, is known as amortization. And this for this also the term which we will use while recording the journal entry will be depreciation. Instead of amortization, we will be using the term depreciation when passing the journal entry. Even if it is mentioned in the question amortization, we will write it as depreciation. Next, come to causes of depreciation. What is the causes? Causes of depreciation. First, there is passage of time, you can say, or wear and tear also. Wear and tear. With the passage of time, there is decrease in the value of assets are also there. Suppose you have purchased a mobile phone, say, of rupees 10,000. You have purchased a mobile phone of rupees 10,000 and you did not use the phone for 4 or 5 years or 1 year or even 1 month or few months, also 6 months. You have purchased a mobile phone for 10,000, you have kept it at your room for 2 years. If you want to sell the mobile phone for 10,000 after 2 years, we will not get the same price. 10,000 you will not get, because with the passage of time, the value of the mobile phone will go down with the passage of time. This is the cause of the depreciation. That is, with passage of time, the value of goods or the value of assets may go down, and this is also known as depreciation, because with the passage of time. This is also one of the cause. That is, with the passage of time, the value of the assets which you have purchased may go down even if the asset is not used. This is known as, that is one of the cause. Next is because of wear and tear. If you use the asset also, there will be faster decline. There will be faster decline in the value of the, you can say, assets which you have. This is also one of the reasons. So the causes of depreciation is with the passage of time. As time passes, the value of the asset decline, or even if you use the assets also, there will be further more decline or faster decline in the value of the assets will be there. So this is known as wear and tear, because if you use the goods, there will be some, you can say, reduction in the quality, or you can say there will be a reduction in the quality, or the quality of the goods, or you can say the asset will go down, or you can say there will be, because of use, there will be some depreciation or value will go down, which is known as wear and tear, because of use also. Next, this is also because of obsolescence also. Obsolescence. Obsolete means to become outdated. Because of obsolescence. If the product become outdated also, this is also product become outdated, then there will be decline in the value of the asset. For example, you can assume that earlier we were having, you can say, the normal bulbs which were there. After that, CFL has been introduced. Now LED bulbs are being used. So as you know, now nobody used to purchase. Nobody is purchasing CFL. They are purchasing LED bulbs, because new technology has come and the value of the CFL bulb has declined because of the innovation. Because of new technology, LED bulbs are now being used. So CFL bulbs, the value of CFL bulbs will have come down. So this will be known as obsolescence, because of introduction or invention, some new invention, the old product has become outdated and no one will be using their old products. So it will become obsolete or outdated, and there will be decline because of this outdated thing. There will be decline in the value of the asset, and it will be considered as depreciation, and because that is also known as obsolescence. So one of the causes of the depreciation is also because of obsolescence. Moreover, there can be, because abnormal factors can be there. Abnormal factors. Abnormal factors you can say because of, you can say, earthquake, there can be flood, there can be other reasons can also be there. So because of abnormal factors also, the value of the asset may decline. Because suppose a machine is you have a car in your house, and because of earthquake, you can say or because of accident, your car had got damaged, and that is why your these are abnormal things, and your value of the car will decline. So this is because of abnormal factor also. The value of the assets or the value of the assets will go decline, because these are abnormal factor. You can say earthquake can be there, flood can be there, war can be there. There can be so many reasons because of which other reasons, abnormal factors can be there, and your assets, there will be decline in the value of the asset, which will be considered as abnormal factor, and if there is decline in the value of asset, it will be again considered as depreciation. So this is all about causes of depreciation, meaning, features, other similar terms, and causes. And next we will study what are the various, you can say, method of charging depreciation, and what are the general entry that will be passed when assets when depreciation, how the depreciation will be recorded in the books of account.